Hey everybody, Matty Miller with ERA Real Estate. Hope everybody is doing well. And just wanted to, first and foremost, get a big shout out to the Jaguars for a phenomenal season, ending in the divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs, which, I feel like they had opportunities in that game, but it was still a heck of a ride for the Jaguars, and hopefully that leads on to many years of success for Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson and those boys. So it was a bit of a fun ride, had to come to an end, but Jacksonville is locked and loaded for 2023 and beyond, so pretty happy about that. But other than that, real estate, now that the Jaguar season is over, my focus is shifted back to real estate again. After every weekend, it feels like we're having to try to go to a game and do some crazy stuff around here. But wanted to just kind of hit you guys with a market update and what was going on and share a few graphics that we've been going through and looking at over the last few weeks, few months. And a lot of people that have talked to me over the years, I've kind of been, kind of a wait and kind of see what's going on kind of guy. And I still probably am in that camp a little bit, but we're starting to see enough trends that we're starting to get a little, not concerned, but get a little almost optimistic about, hey, what should we be doing, what to expect, and go from there. So I'm going to share just a few screens for you to kind of show you what's kind of going on. And the first one I want to share is basically your market insights. It's based on sales price. We have a lot of different algorithms we can take from here. So your sales price, and this goes by monthly, so we have not actually, this is just ending in December. So what you can see, obviously, this is through the last, 3 years. So you've obviously seen the rise over the last, this is basically December of 2020. So 2 years ago in December, our median sales price was $271. And it got all the way to the high at $375, and now it's back down to $345. So as we can kind of see this, I don't tend to think that real estate really plateaus at all. It's either kind of up or down. It's moving one way, but I do think we're going to see this trend continually to fall off, probably over the next 12 to 24 months. So what's that mean if you're a buyer or a seller? If you're a buyer, basically, we're going to sit there and say, look, the one thing we know for sure that's not going to happen, I don't want to say for sure, I don't want to speak in definitives, but the one thing we're pretty sure that's not going to happen, we're not going to see interest rates at 3.5%, 3%. We're just not going to see them. It's not coming back. Those things are probably dead for a long, long time. The people that got to take advantage of them got to take advantage of them. We may never see those again in our lifetime. If we do, it won't be in the next year or two. Can promise you that. What's that mean for sellers? Sellers, the market's starting to change, and if you need to sell, you probably want to do it now. We're not seeing that market probably come back up anytime soon over the next year or two. So right now you can strike while the iron's going to be hot. We're entering a more balanced market, and everybody's okay with that. So we are starting to see some sellers creep back in the market. We're starting to see some buyers creep back in the market, which should make for some averaging out and getting us back into a truly balanced market. And the question is, we're at about 6,300 listings right now. We probably need about 8,000 to 9,000 listings so we can get more than 6 months of inventory. At one point in time, I believe we're running on 1.8 months of inventory. Currently, we're running on about 3.5. So again, still kind of a seller's market. But the other one that I want to show you really quickly too, we're going to share this one, and this one's kind of indicative too, is the amount of deals that are actually going through. So the closed sales is surely the amount of properties that we've seen close over the last few months. So obviously once August hit, this is August right here, we've seen the sheer number of deals just continue to fall and fall and fall. At one point in time, we were doing 3,500 closed deals a month. I was back in, June of 2020, or that's actually July of 2020. So we've kind of seen that almost not get cut in half, but significantly shaved off. So we're going to see, with the amount of buyers that left the market, that obviously pushed that number down. So we're seeing less and less deals happen. However, I think for a lot of buyers, they're going to have to make moves this year in 2023. They're going to look to get back in the market. We have a lot of sellers on the market right now who need to sell their homes, and those buyers right now have an opportunity to get back in, get approved for interest rate, and get aggressive, because there are sellers right now that need to sell and will continually need to sell over the next few months, and they know that this is a different market now. they've understood that. So we've had 6-7 months of a down market, maybe property sitting, a lot of properties dying at the closing table. We've seen some different situations happen. So I would encourage you, if you're somebody looking to sell right now, would encourage you to have a conversation. I think this is a good time. If you're still going to make money, there's no doubt. You're still going to make money over the last 2 years. You've still had a lot of appreciation going there, and we haven't seen all of it tail off. And I don't think we're going to see all of it tail off. I've still said kind of all along we're in that 10 to 15% decline as far as sales price, and we're probably at like 6 right now, 6 to 7. Somewhere in that ballpark. So we got a ways to go, but it's going to take a long time, I think, for it to really level out and get back to normal. And I think we're just at the start of it. So if you are a seller and you want to consider selling and cashing out and making a move, I would encourage you to do it. If you're a buyer, at the very same time, I think you can be aggressive, and I think there's some deals that you can have, because at the same time, 3.5% is not coming back. You're going to be at 5, 5.5, 6%. That's just what it's going to be, but you can be aggressive with some of those sellers. So if you guys have any more questions, I really want to see trends up through the next 3-4 months, and I've been saying that for a little while. I probably sound like a broken record, but once we get some more trends heading into this first quarter, or really through this first quarter, it's going to give us a pretty good idea where we're heading here for 2023. So if you have any questions, my name is Matty Miller with ERA Heavener Realty. Give me a shout, and we'll see what we can do for you and make it work. See you guys.